By now, we ought to know that we are literally living in the end times. If you look at what is happening on the global scale, you'll know that the peaceful world that we once loved is slowly fading away. The point of this video is to equip you with the knowledge you need to address the situation around us effectively. This is Tremi. I'm not an expert in criminology, but one thing is sure. Crime is slowly progressing into a norm that seeks to wipe out basic human freedom. I'm not talking about lesser crimes. I'm leaning more toward the gruesome murders that have been witnessed in the country within the past 3 months. According to police reports, these heinous crimes are being committed across both genders. The perpetrators are not discriminating against age either. Children and young adults are not being spared either. Although the number could be higher, it is estimated that about 340 people lose their lives each year to this despicable act. The worrying thing is that these crimes are being committed in broad daylight. A number of the victims were reportedly abducted in broad daylight, only for their dismembered bodies to be found some days later. The perpetrators are even bold enough to drive from city to city to dispose of the body parts in different locations. Something is just not right in this regard. And this is where I explain these occurrences from a spiritual standpoint. Let's read Matthew chapter 24, verse 12, so we can get the context of what Jesus was talking about. And because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. From what Jesus spoke, it is lawlessness that is behind these heinous acts that we are now witnessing. Lawlessness is the state of disorder due to disregard of the law. In this regard, we will focus on God's laws. God's laws are found clearly stipulated in the Bible. The moment we choose to ignore God's laws, we allow disorder, which naturally progresses to wickedness. A lot has been speculated regarding these heinous acts. Some claim that government is behind the extrajudicial killings, while others claim that the perpetrators are offering satanic sacrifices for their personal gain. Others claim that the people behind such crimes are mentally ill and need psychiatric attention. All these aside, there's one critical thing that we need to understand. Life is 100% spiritual. Nothing happens on the earth without influence from the realm of the spirit. I'll say it again. Nothing happens on the earth without influence from the realm of the spirit. The spirit realm is far superior to the earth realm, and there are wicked spirits that influence people's behaviors. There's a particular story in the Bible that confirms this. Let us read Mark chapter 5, verse 2-5. And when he had come out of the boat, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no one could bind him, not even with chains, because he had often been bound with shackles and chains. And the chains had been pulled apart by him, and the shackles broken in pieces. Neither could anyone tame him, and always, night and day, he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying out and cutting himself with stones. This man did all these things to himself because of the demon that possessed him. A regular human being may not have the strength to break open the chains that have bound them, but this man could not be bound because he easily broke the chains and went ahead to hurt himself against his own will. Verse 8-13 says, For he said to him, Come out of the man, unclean spirit. Then he asked him, What is your name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many. Also, he begged him earnestly that he would not send them out of the country. Now a large herd of swine was feeding there near the mountains. So all the demons begged him, saying, Send us to the swine that we may enter them. And at once Jesus gave them permission. Then the unclean spirits went out and entered the swine. There were about 2,000, and the herd ran violently down the steep place into the sea and drowned in the sea. From this story, it is evident that demons do possess people and affect their behaviors as well. Now, do you see where the problem lies? The murders are not just happening, they are being orchestrated by the very demons that have possessed the perpetrators. The natural laws dictate that the criminals be apprehended and jailed to prevent them from repeating such crimes. But the realm of the spirit dictates that we deal with the underlying spirit. in order to set the person free. This does not imply that they will escape the consequences of their actions on the earth. The key solution to the atrocities that we are now witnessing is prayer. It is through prayer that we can restore sanity in our society. Prayer has to be effected in order to gain spiritual control over what transpires on the earth. There is nothing as effective as prayer, and there are no shortcuts to prayer. I implore you to revive your prayer life, as there are many benefits that come with it. A vibrant prayer life is evident in the results we experience in our lives. Hopefully, this video gives you a little insight on why things have been happening in such manner. If you found value in this video, please subscribe to this channel and give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next video.